What am I doing? I'm playing with a spaceship. This isn't a spaceship yet. Whoa! Hello, my name's Patrick. I'm an artist, and this is Art by Sutherland, where we draw, have fun, create, animate, do a bunch of stuff that's great. That all rhymed off the dome. I like having a good time. I'm glad you're here. We are spending today making a spaceship. That's right. I'm going to take a normal household item and turn it into a spaceship, and you get to join me in that process. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get to the art. So yeah, I took a picture of my air pump that I use to fill up an air mattress whenever I have visitors. And it's got a good shape to it, some interesting vibes and lines and things. And so I took it and I just traced the outline of it from this picture and got to work trying to figure out where the space-like shapes are. A couple of things to this challenge. So first of all, I took the picture and I don't really care about what's inside the picture. I just care about the outside in the way that I did this one. Maybe in a future one we'll look at like how the shapes that are naturally there help to convey things, but I decided to take it at face value, just use the outline to help me. And I started with this very clear space shape on the back. It looks kind of like a rocket design. And so yeah, I thought maybe we could start with that, and then as I started going out, I started building off this idea that the little top tip thing is like a dome where the cockpit could be on this ship, and I tried to like create the shape to work nicely with that. Once we sort of had this initial upper shape, I realized, oh, that could be a ship unto itself, but I've got all this space below that I gotta do something with. And so I started embellishing on that shape. You'll notice me create these sort of like fan things that like are stacked on top of each other, and really just trying to start to add detail to those in a way that make things interesting. Now, you'll notice as I'm working here, every so often I'll cut out like little bits of the border, maybe indent them slightly or go a little further than them. I think that's fully fair for this challenge. Like, we're using this shape to help us come up with a spaceship design, but we don't want to be like completely restricted by it. It's okay that the ship has extra bits or this and that. I also really had a fun time working with the negative space of the shape. So the top bit sort of connects by like these hook hands that are grabbing the bottom bit, and I imagine they can like separate out for like mobility or convenience, and so that's super fun. All told, this was a process of slowly and painstakingly adding details a bit by bit. This is a really important thing about drawing, which I hope that is conveyed through this project, that like what you want to do is start with some grand shapes like the big outline we started with, and then slowly work your way down, adding smaller and smaller shapes, more and more intricate detail, until you finally have something that looks like it belongs in a world of any kind, and really feels like a thing that could maybe somewhere out there in the multiverse exist. Look, that's gonna be the outline for our ship. We're gonna come back in color in just a second, but for now, let's check out today's Dad Joke, Bad Joke. It's time for the Dad Joke, Bad Joke. That's right, my dad sends me a joke every single day, and I like to clip them up and give them back to you. And today's joke is as follows. Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle? Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle? You might dent your car. 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 I don't know. It's a bad joke. Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle? You might dent your car. It's the bad joke from my dad joke. Let's get back to the art. And we're back doing some color here on our spaceship now. I wanted to try to keep the color palette fairly restricted. So, there's a couple of theories on how to do color, right? You can do like lots of variety of color, but that sort of pulls the cohesion apart. And I thought for this spaceship, we want to try to keep the cohesion together. So I worked largely with purples of various types. So a light purple, even lighter purples to a dark purple. And then I ultimately outline it as well with a darker purple. This process is a bit experimental. There are ways to like develop color that is more interesting than just randomly, but I feel like I trust my eye to do good things, and so I just sort of rolled with it, trying to drop in colors where I thought was appropriate. Sometimes things ended up too light or too dark for contrast purposes, and yeah, it's just a bit of a process to try to figure it out. Hey, while I'm working on the colors, let me remind you that, some things about the channel. If you noticed last week, I posted an animation. I've been doing a few of them over the last little while. And I think that I've seen numerical spikes in those things. So you're going to see some more animation as the time goes forward here. I'm thinking in the meantime, right now, I'm probably going to try to do one art project like this one week, and then the next week do a animation or something like that, some kind of pace, more animations mixed with the kind of stuff we've regularly done. I hope that works for you. If you have any thoughts on that or any ideas, feel free to let me know in the comments. The colors are coming together here. We've dropped in some shadows on its own layer and then sort of blurred them in order to get the shadows across, and we've hit some highlights. I also designed some space to go behind it, and it all comes together in our final reveal of our spaceship. And that is the wonderful spaceship that we made today. I think it needs a name. Maybe the Beholder? It sort of looks like a beholder to me for some reason. Like it has this big eye at the bottom and maybe a little eye at the top. I don't know. If you have an idea for a good name for this ship, let me know in the comments down below. Also, feel free to rate my art. If you like what you see here, feel free to let me know what you think of it, how you think the art turned out, and the comments, negative or positive, will end up here in the future. We also have an art gallery where I'd love to share your art. There's no art in it right now, so I didn't throw it in this video, but we would love to see what you're working on. There's a link to the Discord down below. Join the Doodle Croodle. Show us what you can doodle do. That would be fantastic. We also have a week challenge there. Not a week challenge, but like a weekly challenge there. We'd love to see what you're working on. You can join me there to do that. This week the challenge is to take a picture of an object, turn it into a spaceship. What can you do? Show me how it's done. And I can't wait to see it. For now, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!